So I went to opening night at Kiara and Ina's first Sololive concert, Drawn to Dawn. Drawn to Dawn is a live 3D concert split into 2 days, Day 1 and Day 2, featuring Hololive members Takanashi Kiara and Ninomai Inanes. The concert was held in Los Angeles, California, and the opening to the concert began like this.
Thank you all so much. Takanashi Kiara and Ninomai Inanes' first concert, Drawn to Dawn. It's finally time for our concert. Is everyone hyped?
So those were the live voices of Kiara and Ina greeting concertgoers while also giving friendly reminders about the house rules right before the concert began. Kiara stated certain rules like the prohibiting of smoking inside the concert hall, and she also made a fun little quip about pot smoke also being banned. The joke, of course, referencing California's synonymous weed reputation. Kiara would also later explain that the concert would be split up into 2 separate halves, the first half solely featuring Kiara and the second solely featuring Ina. After a brief second of darkness, the stage lit up and the concert opened to Kiara appearing on stage singing her original song Hinotori and Sparks as a medley. The choreo was beyond anything I could have imagined, and Kiara gave amazing energy throughout her entire opening performance. After the song concluded, Kiara did live emceeing, greeting fans once again, while also giving insight into why she chose Hinotori as her opening song.
Yeah, you guys know, like, Hinotori was my first ever original song to put out. And it was like the beginning of my musical history, my musical journey, and it's a song that means a lot to me, and it's just so hype. It was also the first ever time that I appeared in 3D, I think, long time ago at Fest in Japan, right? Remember? Good times, yeah!
Kiara also announced that she would be adding 1 free song in addition to her 2 songs during the concert livestream for fans watching without paid tickets. So that's 3 free songs in total. For reference, most if not all Hololive free concert previews almost always cut off the concert stream for viewers without paid tickets after 2 songs and the MC portion of the concert. But Kiara, being the people's idol that we all know and love, decided to give her fans a free viewing of another one of her performances, The Great Wanderer, before ending the free stream viewing of the concert. Honestly, huge props to Kiara for always looking out for her fans. And from this point forward in the video, I'm gonna go over the concert in more general segments. So if anyone is interested in seeing and getting the full experience of the concert, I highly recommend purchasing a digital ticket to Kiara and Ina's first live concert either for Day 1, Day 2, or both if you have the time and financial ability to do so. And don't worry, Day 1 and Day 2 have 2 entirely different set lists, meaning Ina and Kiara's performances will be entirely new and different depending on the day. So you'll definitely be getting great value if you see both days, whether in person or online. Anyways, getting back to the concert, Kiara would go on to perform 7 songs total and 4 MC segments in the first half of her portion of the concert. And I think Kiara had an overall good flow during her set list, opening with intense choreo and singing, and then slowly and seamlessly transitioning to more lighthearted fun songs with tons of fan service. Kiara also revealed a new dress during one of her songs, which for some reason felt oddly similar to a cosplay I've seen online somewhere. Anyways, Kiara's performance was very polished, and at times felt like I was watching a K-pop performance with how in sync and technical her choreo looked, especially with her backup dancers. I would say Kiara's live performance in person was a must-watch. Her performance on stream was really good, but it felt like the backdrop with the lights, pyrotechnic effects with smoke, stage perspective, choreo, and vocals just made her whole performance look more striking viewing it in real life. Moving on, we have the second half of the concert, Ina's portion, right after this quick intermission.
So get ready!
Ina announced a quick 5-minute intermission before the concert would resume, and that was a great decision because it gave fans a chance to reset and change pen lights and of course prepare for Ina chants. Quick TLDR for everyone out there, while waiting in line for the concert there's an official paper handed out that gave a link to Kiara and Ina's official chants and cheers. After the intermission ended, it was Ina's turn, and boy did she start off strong. Asphyxia, the OP to the anime Tokyo Ghoul. Ina's voice carried very well in the song, and I think her vocals definitely stood out. I think sometimes with some VTuber concerts in particular, the vocal tuning on performers' mics can sometimes adjust a performer's pitch to a higher tone, which can be distracting at times during a song, but Ina's voice sounded so natural and clear throughout the entire concert. Oh, and she also did some effortless ballet moves while performing. Ina joked that her choreo sensei recommended she do some ballet moves, to which Ina joked that she was shocked that sensei would even recommend that, given that she's the most stiff Hololive member. Ina would also go on to do 7 songs and 4 MC segments during her half of the concert, the same format as Kiara, alongside revealing a cool new black gothic outfit, which reminded me a lot of a Jiangxi's attire, a Chinese hopping zombie girl from vampire folklore. Ina's vocals and performance felt like they were telling a story, almost like a journey. Asphyxia, which Ina said herself, was a go-to karaoke song that she has been singing for years, and of course Ina sang an original song Temari, which spoke to her fans and seemed like it had a lot of deep emotional cues. And my absolute favorite performance of the night by Ina was Umi no Yure, or Spirit/Ghost of the Sea. Ina described this song as very relatable to herself and her fans as they found her and are right there supporting her. This song personally hit a chord with me because Umi no Yure was also the final song former Hololive member Sakamata Chloe sang right before she graduated from Hololive. And during Ina's performance, there were lights in the air that resembled the Aurora Borealis and silhouettes of what looked like a giant whale or orca swimming in the sea while Ina was singing, which just added another layer to the song for me personally. It also felt like another Hololive member really seemed to enjoy Ina's performance. Like, a lot. And I completely understand her. Ina's performances felt like they were telling stories, and she was giving insight into each story or part of her life as she sang. Overall, what I really enjoyed about Drawn to Dawn was the distinction made between the two halves of the Sololive concert. I really think Kiara and Ina did a great job not blending their performances to be too similar, and it felt like I watched 2 separate and unique concerts. Of course, it wouldn't be a Hololive concert if there wasn't an encore. And this wasn't just any encore. This was a 5-song encore with Ina and Kiara singing songs like Iya 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 or whatever, 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 which was a fun throwback to 4 years ago in 2021 when Kiara and Ina posted an MV of the song. There were just so many things that happened during the encore, like Kiara and Ina performing with Hololive towel merch, and onstage visual error where Kiara and Ina disappeared, Ina's bingo cartwheel, live audio of Ina and Kiara screaming behind the stage without a mic. Oh, and to top it off, this encore had confetti raining down during the last song. As the final song concluded, Ina and Kiara even said a nice goodbye and thank you to everyone who came to watch the concert.
Still here? Well, that concludes today's performance. Did you enjoy the live? Alright, make sure to gather your belongings, don't forget anything, and please get home safely, okay? Miss you! See you tomorrow! I'll see you!
This concert was truly great. There wasn't really anything I can say in critique to the concert, except this one thing. There was a logistical nightmare of getting into the concert. The impossibly long, slow-moving line to get into the concert honestly gave me flashbacks to 2024 Hololive night at Dodger Stadium, waiting for merch. Just to give you a rough idea of just how long the Drawn to Dawn line really was, here's a map of the venue. Now here's the line of people waiting to get in. It winded around the venue 3 times. Fortunately, I didn't really have any issues, but there were at least 50 plus people who came an hour before the doors opened and were still stuck outside, missing an average of 2 to 3 Kiara songs before finally making it inside the concert venue. The staff of the venue definitely tried their best, but it felt like on-site staff just wasn't prepared for the turnout of the concert. So I guess on the bright side, Hololive fans are overall prudent with showing up and filling seats. Also, to give the benefit of the doubt, I think that the security had a tough time as fans were bringing in large bags of merch or plushies, which took a long time for security to screen and go through. Thankfully, it looks like this issue is resolved for day 2, as Kiara tweeted out that they are looking into fixing the long line issues that were experienced during day 1 of the concert. But trust me, Drawn to Dawn was worth the wait. The concert itself was jam-packed with a lot to see and experience from both a creative and visual standpoint. I think Kiara and Ina did an outstanding job for their opening night of their first Sololive concert. And with that said, we have finally reached the end of this video. Before I close, I want to say a big thank you to Kiara and Ina for pouring your hearts out to your fans and for putting in so much time and effort to make day 1 of Drawn to Dawn an unforgettable experience. And thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys all in the next video.